It's important that we try and maintain good joint health in our horses, whether we use them for pleasure riding or competing. We need to have healthy joints. With my background as a person who dealt with lame horses and an equine surgeon, I looked at a lot of horses who had compromised joint issues, and it's one of the reasons that I went down the path of developing a joint health supplement to try and address some of those issues. If we think of the joint health, of the joint itself, as the complex organ that it is, we realize that it has the joint capsule with its inner lining layer that gets inflamed in joint disease. It also has a cartilage cap on the ends of those bones that allow our horses and us to get around. We need to maintain the health of that particular tissue. It's what loses some of its structure in chronic joint disease, and once it loses its structure, then you really are getting towards an end-stage joint, which will totally limit that horse in getting around at all. So I ended up developing a joint health supplement that I felt would significantly and in a positive way address the needs of a horse's joint that's an equine athlete, that undergoes some of the chronic repetitive insult that it does just by use. And in that complex joint organ, one of the key things that takes place is the inner lining of the joint becomes inflamed. And you can use different medications to address the inflammation. From a preventive standpoint, I wanted to have something in a supplement that would address the soft tissue inflammation component of joint disease. And that is the chemical called acetylmyristoliate, an omega-5 monounsaturated fatty acid that has shown efficacy in being a potent anti-inflammatory for the soft tissues of the joint. So that is the component to address inflammation. You also have increased nutrient needs of the cartilage tissue itself, and those needs probably go up quite dramatically in the situation where you're dealing with chronic inflammation. So it's almost like you need more than you do in the normal situation because now you're dealing with the abnormal inflamed situation. Well, those components of this product I created are glucosamine and MSM to address the needs of what we call the glycosaminoglycans, or the GAG component of cartilage. I often refer to it as the sugar part of cartilage because the molecules in there are sugar-like molecules. Well, glucosamine is an amino sugar, and it's one of the components that gets synthesized by the cartilage cells to make up more of that ingredient in the cartilage matrix. I included MSM. MSM is a real potent sulfur source, which adds a lot of sulfur as a nutrient that's required to also go into those GAG components of the cartilage. And those are the components that provide cartilage with its compressive strength. When you load a joint in compression, they're the ones that resist those forces. And I wanted to have something to address the collagen needs. Not many products address the collagen needs of articular cartilage. It's a specialized cartilage, and so I included a collagen that had been shown in a study to be effective at helping chondrocytes make more of the type 2 collagen that they do in cartilage. And the goal of that was to provide the biomechanical needs that collagen brings to the cartilage so that we had the whole package. I really believe in putting those together. It's made for a very comprehensive broad spectrum product that addresses the needs of that joint that we're talking about, where you have chronic repetitive insults of athletic activity, so it has ongoing nutrient needs. I think that combination is excellent at trying to meet those needs. Now, I later added another ingredient and created a new product that's called Myristol Pro. Horses also tend to get muscle sore. And based on the findings of another clinical study done in exercising racehorses, I added an antioxidant blend to help support muscle cells, which also undergo a lot of stress during vigorous exercise. And that ingredient is an antioxidant blend, superoxide dismutase, that was added to a product called Myristol Pro. And again, it has all the joint health components to address the joint health needs. It has the added ingredient to support muscle health. And I think that blend for an equine athlete is highly effective at providing what needs they have to try and help those major components of what they use during athletic activity.